Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, and as you may notice, I do not have any eyeshadow on my eyes, but I do have makeup all over the rest of my face. So that means it's time for an eyeshadow video. And today I'm going to be deciding whether or not I'm decluttering my Norvina eyeshadow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the original Norvina palette. This is not, you know, the ones that have been released in the Norvina like sub-brand of Anastasia. This is the OG Norvina palette. I've had this in my collection for a really long time. Is it probably technically expired? Yes, but I just really wanted to make a video today just to play with this palette one more time, to get motivated, you know, to play around with it, because I don't really use it that much anymore, just to see, is this something that is worth keeping in my collection, or is this something that I just need to declutter and get out of my life? So if you all are interested in seeing me play with this Norvina palette, then please keep on watching. As always, I'm gonna prime my eyes, and my favorite eyeshadow primer of all time, and the one I always use when I'm like testing products and wanting to see how eyeshadows really perform, my Milani eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of this onto my lids, and then we'll get into some shadows. All right, eyelids are primed, so let's look at this palette. Mine is a powdery mess, so pardon the powdery mess, but this is what the palette looks like. It has lots of pinks, some purples, a lot of neutrals. It's just a very well-rounded palette. So I think today, because of my outfit, you know, I'm wearing pink earrings, got like a pink little floral bandana, pink top, I'm wearing a lot of pink. I think maybe I'll stick to the pinks, the purples, and some of the neutrals, you know, just really play with what matches my outfit. So let's do that. So first, I'm gonna take my Rephr number 14 brush. This is a very, very small crease brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Love, which is this matte pink on the bottom row, and I'm just gonna fluff that into the inner part of my crease. Because my palette's so dusty, I'm gonna use this Dior highlighter mirror that I have right near me, and I also use today. So that is the pink in my inner part of my crease. I think now I'm gonna take this Rephr number 27 fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna go into this purple called Soul. Put that on the other part of my crease. I remember having trouble with this shade in the past. I wonder if it's gonna cause me trouble again. I remember it being kind of muddy, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, this shade is hard to work with. It's clinging onto certain parts of my eye that I just really don't want it to cling to. This is kind of a pain. This is kind of a pain. Okay, I think now I'm gonna take the shade called Base, which is this white. I'm just gonna try to blend out like this creamy shade. I'm just gonna try to blend out the patchiness of the purple and just into the pink better. I don't know. This is hard. I see why I never use this palette. It doesn't really like me. I guess that's good enough. So now I'm gonna take my Nabla N204. I think I'm gonna go into Volatile, which is this brown shade, cool toned on the bottom row. Just gonna put that in my outer corner. And now I want to blend out my outer corner with my Nabla N305 brush. I am not liking these mattes, like at all. they're just not pigmented enough. They're patchy. Maybe it's because of how old the palette is. I don't know, but it's just not fun to work with. Not fun to work with. As always, I'm gonna use some glitter glue, and this is the glitter glue from Too Faced. Just gonna apply that where I do not have eyeshadow, and then we'll go into the metallics. So I'm gonna go into 2 shades on my lid. I'm gonna go into Rose Gold, and then right next to that, Wild Child. So first gonna start with Rose Gold, which, as you guessed it, it's a rose gold shade. That's what it looks like on my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. Man, I like these metallics. I like the metallic. This is what I remembered from using it previously too. I like the metallics, didn't really like the mattes. And now I'm gonna go into Wild Child, which is a light pink, and just gonna try to blend those into each other. So as per usual, I'm gonna dust off my bake with my Rephr number 19. And I'm gonna take my Nabla N304 and I'm gonna go into Incense, which is this mid warm tone brown, the bottom row. Just gonna take a little bit of that, put it on my lower lash line. And last but not least, inner corner time, I'm gonna go into Dreamer, which is this very light metallic shade on the top row. And I'll put that on my brow bone too, why not? All right, so this is the final look without eyeliner and mascara. So I'm gonna do that really quickly off camera, and then I will tell you all what I thought of this palette and the real question, what we're all here for, whether or not I'm going to declutter it. All right, everybody, so this is the final look. I do like how it turned out, although I did definitely have some troubles with the mattes. So let's get into my thoughts about the palette. This palette, I think, is going. The metallics, I think, are really great. The mattes, especially that purple matte, oh my goodness, that is so difficult to work with. It's just not a pleasant experience at all. It was patchy, it was clinging to spots I didn't want it to go. I was trying to blend it out. It was not blending out at all. That shade, definitely a nightmare to work with. The other mattes are fine, they're not great, they're not horrible, they're just meh. And the metallics, although they're good, I have so many single shadows in my collection and even eyeshadow palettes that have metallic formulas that are just as good, if not better, than this one. So for that reason, the Norvina palette is leaving my collection. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm gonna like throw this out or give it to a friend or like my mom, because this is technically expired. So obviously I'm like not gonna sell it. I would give it to someone that I know, that I trust, all of that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, if I'm gonna throw it out or give it to a family, member or a friend. I guess we'll see what happens there. But anyways, that is it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I like revisiting some of these old palettes that I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna keep them or not, because, you know, just sometimes a lot of the older stuff in my collection just doesn't really get used, because maybe I'm just not inspired by it anymore, maybe my tastes have changed, maybe I just didn't like the formula that much, which is what I remembered with this one. I remember the mattes did give me some trouble, which is probably why I didn't reach for it very much. But anyways, if you liked the video and want to see more videos like this one, please like the video. If you like me, please subscribe. I would love to have you all here. And if you have anything to comment down below, please leave that in the comments down below and I will respond to your comment like I basically always do. And with that, thank you for spending a little part of your day with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.